Freaky, you guys got the job done. Of course, Niels Cook popped off a little bit later in that series, but Speed also turned on the Jets a little bit in their previous series versus Maus. So how does the offense of Veloce stack up to that Bricks defense and vice versa?
Well, we're underway and finding out as the game plays out right now. Off the backboard comes to Flame, the shot down off the post. Niels Cook there to follow, blocked by Miztic already. Veloce a chance, but a bouncer off the post and the rebound blocked easily by Miztic. Flame trying to get back to this, and Freaky kicks it back out to midfield.
And that's going to be my one big difference maker. I mean, I actually thought on the desk, Maus, if they can bring back some of that offense that they had in that first series, they stand a pretty good chance versus the Bricks. That never came back, and I think Veloce is the team that can absolutely turn on the offensive jet. So the Bricks might find themselves in a lot more tough situations. They will indeed. They don't have the boost to make the clear, and Freaky turns in the first goal.
Yeah, Flame takes this up. Cooks is the man who has to make the play on the ball, can't find the touch, and Freaky has open season on where he wants to take it. And it's 1-0 for Veloce here against the Bricks in game number 1.
So a nice start. And that's all you can ask for, just even coming off of that, as they said, on the devastating loss.
And Cooks battling against Niels. Speed picking up the pass from Miztic. On the opposite side, Cookser having to give way for Niels. Now Miztic back to Speed. And Speed knocks it straight into the air. He might get back to it. Freaky. And Flame pick it up. Flame side flips away. And now a pass out to the side. It's a shot. Blocked for now, but still in danger. Miztic rolls it up the ramp. Speed up for this, keeps it on the back wall. Miztic up for this, he wins against Freaky. Niels Cook is there, he gets it out to the corner. Dangerous situation for Veloce. Niels Cook follows the ball, and he able to get it out of the blue half.
Yeah, Veloce had a bit of an awkward scenario right in front of the net. They weren't sure which one of them was going to take it, and it allowed Miztic to come in, but regrettably, Miztic got a little too much of that ball, popped it out of frame. That meant it was going to be a much harder goal to score for the Bricks, and they just couldn't do it.
Miztic flipping across, looking for a gap. And Niels Cook on the opposite side. Quickly there was Freaky. Turn back, Niels Cook off the back wall. But both members of Veloce playing back. Flame finally comes up off the rebound, and it bounces off the post as all three players on the Bricks commit. Freaky off the back wall, can't put it home, and a double commit as well from the Bricks. Miztic on the point, trying to buy some time. Niels Cook wants to keep the pressure up. Speed has to handle this, back over to Cooks, and he does. Still midfield locked down for Veloce, and the Bricks gonna have to work to get it out.
And Miztic had the right idea too, trying to take that dribble out into the middle of the field because it gives you a lot of options to work with, but Niels Cook, uncontested, can't find it into the back of the net. Speed gets a free opportunity to clear, makes the challenge, but Veloce kind of have the tent set up here in the midfield.
Flame rolling that one off the corner. Cooks back, looking for Miztic on the play. It's teed up for Niels. Niels off the ramp, actually touches his own ball right there, and Miztic able to roll it around the corner. Bricks.
There we go, that's the touch.
Finally a clear for them. They've played a lot of defense this season, and right now game 1 is playing out exactly like that. And it's something that really they struggled with in their previous series today. Flame working across the edge, he gets a bump, but everyone on Veloce back as Freaky comes in to keep things at least out of the blue half.
Yeah, and while that initial touch from the Bricks wasn't the one that really got him out of danger, it was the one that allowed him to really make sure they were all in position and ready to go in rotation with each other on defense. Made the next couple of challenges, now they have a chance to get things going, but slow pickup, and again, that's a thing that we saw the Bricks struggle with in their first series of the day versus Complexity. A lot of space being given. It allows Veloce to break out for free.
Right now, Miztic, he gives it right back over to Flame. Now Speed has to work there, and he can't do it across the box. Freaky grabbed control into the corner. Niels blocked by Miztic. Still hunting on the line. Niels only bumping Speed, so Cooks and Miztic will try to move back downfield. Right now, it's Veloce hanging on to this 1-goal lead as it's across there. Over to Cooks, can't do it. Flame breaks that one up.
Oh, some miscommunication. Flame just wants to take it off his nose, and Niels Cook was getting a dribble set up, but it's okay. They've regained possession now. Tip forward for Speed, missed touch off the sidewall. It should be plenty of time for Veloce to get everything set. Double commit still works out, though, over the head of Miztic. He's going to have to buy some time here. It's not an easy hop to play, But thankfully, Freaky is figuring out what was going to happen, expecting some type of clear, maybe a pinch off that sidewall, and was waiting.
Niels also in this third cuts off the pass, which was a slap off the sidewall. And Freaky trying to get past midfield. He can't. Can the bricks generate something here? Cooks back over to Speed. Mystic having to cut across, catches it, looking to get across the back. He can't. Now Speed up for this, has a touch off the back wall. Two members of Veloce run into each other. It doesn't matter. Veloce win game one with 1 goal.
Minimal time on offense for the Bricks and a couple of opportunities for Veloce, but in general, also really not able to put the Bricks in too many really difficult situations. Had some chances where they started to box the Bricks in, but never really felt like there was enough pressure coming through from Veloce to put 2 or more people in a really weird spot. But here's the only goal of the game, and it's just a free ball for Flame down the other side. Catches Freaky. And that Cooks here was rotating back in the midfield. I said they didn't have a lot of boost. I actually went to go look. He had plenty. It was just fast from Flame, just right over his head.
Veloce, after that last series, they just got done what was a stomp. Complexity put onto them. They got scored on a lot. 40% shooting percentage for Complexity as a team, and it's such a relief for Veloce to come out and you win the first game in this set. And even though it was only 1 goal, it has to be just, all right, we can relax our shoulders a little bit after getting, crushed game after game. They come out and they get a win first to really help set themselves.
Yeah, settling in with a decent win. You feel like they can do better, and it's really the Bricks who are on the chopping block right now, because they really didn't get hardly any offense going, and still a lot of space being allowing Veloce off the hook in the middle of that game. That was the one chance where I really felt like the Bricks had the chance to take that ball and get themselves some offensive possession. They really never got to play a lot of that in game number 1, and that's what I'm most concerned about going into game 2.
Well, midfield, Niels. The shot blocked by Mystic, but flying in is Freaky. Mystic off the rebound. Flame, not the best touch for him. Mystic looking for a quick pass off the wall to Speed, but the angle broken up. Cooks setting Mystic for this, straight off the ceiling, and Niels Cook has it red. Speed, a high touch, or rather a low touch. Speed getting back to his shot, and it's off the post. No goal for Speed. He tried to find the wide angle on the shot, and he missed.
He had the right idea. Aimed at the proper part of the net, just caught a little too much of it. Pings it off the post, and rough start, but Bricks almost got one there, and they can probably rally around that a little bit here. Cooks has got everyone beat. How about 2? Needs help from Mystic into the top, and that'll be the Bricks. They get it on the second effort, and that is a goal.
Great setup for Cooks. Niels was already going up for the ball. Cooks gets the second touch up to it, high up on the backboard. Everyone else on Veloce had to rotate back to try to make a play on it. Mystic was already up for it. A great play by Cooks, and a great job by Mystic to finish for the Bricks to get their first goal of the series.
Get Speed feeling good, too. Speed's a guy who really wears the heart on the sleeve sometimes, and to have him miss that ball could have been a rough go. And Mystic blasts one off the bar, too, but have Cookser and Mystic come through and get that goal right back. It's got to feel good. Keeps things going for him.
Niels waiting for that, breaks up the pass. Mystic on the rotation, picks things up as they're back into Veloce territory. Speed over 1, but he gets chipped and knocked out. Flame responds with his own boomer. Going to cut it off in midfield. High is Flame off the ceiling, and Speed will take that one away. Mystic now on the point for the Bricks.
And Mystic, every time he's got that dribble opportunity going, always trying to get that ball into the middle of the field. And Niels Cook a couple of times have had to really get inside Mystic's head there and try and figure it out. You'll notice always trying to get in front of these dribbles, cut them off before they happen. Cooks are in a 1-on-2, can make the save, but still under a little bit of pressure, some space to work with, and they find it clear. And actually, they might have caught him too far forward. It's off the back wall, follow through, and kept away by Niels Cook.
Speed pops this high. Mystic already up. Does he have Niels beat? It's straight down, and Freaky and Flame both on the back wall ready to receive that. Cooks in midfield takes this against Freaky, and he wins, forcing Niels back. Flame has to make a touch. Cooks here just gets in the way. Speed off the back wall. Here's Mystic. Shot on target right in the Freaky. The Bricks still hunting. Cooks here, back over to Speed, cut off by Niels Cook. And Veloce able to move back down to Brick's territory.
And Brick's getting a lot more offense, which is what I really was worried about. So it's good to see them come out here and put plenty of pressure on Veloce. And now it's on Veloce having to find this way past that midfield line, really hang on to the ball like they were able to do in game number 1. And a great job by the Bricks being done to find these long clears out to space, have the ability to chase it down.
A good chase by Mystic as well, but right into Flame. Speed waiting for it as Flame just gave up possession there for Veloce, but no harm done as Niels Cook is able to boom it downfield anyway. And Speed, Flame ready for that, forcing Cooksier up, and Speed and Mystic both around the area for that. Niels Cook takes control past the attacking third. Oh, it's off the crossbar and the post. Flame finishes. Tie game for Veloce.
Freaky had the right idea. He was totally ready to follow up this touch from Niels Cook, and what a great read off that side wall. Even beat out Cooksier to that ball, who you'd think would be right on top of it, because he's usually such a smart guy. Cooksier spent a ton of time in the lab. He probably knew exactly where that ball was going, but great play from Niels to get it over his head. And even though Freaky didn't come up with it, Flame, patient guy, finds the equalizer.
And off the bat, Veloce will make this a fight the whole way. Freaky, his shot right into Speed. Flame, his shot right into Cooksier. Niels.
Free ball.
Trying to pass it, and he gave it right to Mystic. Off the backboard, gets back to that failed touch. Speed off the back wall, can't make another one, but really the Bricks playing back beyond the attacking third on the play, and they rotate back and get possession again. Mystic back over to Speed, looking for Cooks. Cooks' shot is good for a second goal on the Bricks.
The clinical precision from Cooksier here, catches this clear. Speed reads it from the defense of Veloce, and Cooksier right there in the middle for it, and a perfect strike into the left-hand side. And a lot of these clears from Veloce, they're trying to get distance, but they're not put into good places. It's pretty much always right at the Bricks. Clear game, fairly weak.
And so, Veloce on those clears too, just not a lot of height on them. This plays into your point. Less than a minute. Back to Cooks. Mystic following. Wins that challenge, forces Flame to get it back to Niels, and a good idea from Flame, but still, it's, oh, Mystic annihilated Veloce. It looked like it was an opportunity set up for the Bricks. Still, they keep the scoreline within 1. And Niels just trying to get it away from the box. Cooks can't fight off Freaky for the ball. Freaky went for the bump onto Speed. Now Speed takes it. Niels.
Nice pass. There we go.
Great three-pronged.
Oh, you're joking.
Veloce. Hello?
All right, so this is a great clear attempt, but why is the net wide open? Mystic's grab and boost. Cooksier is rotating back as well. What? Oh, no.
Somehow Veloce get the tie. With 23 seconds remaining, the Bricks, it almost looked like a sure thing, like they were going to win it. In fact, there was an opportunity they had not 5 seconds before that goal was scored. And now it's a tie game as we head to the waning seconds of regulation. Pass from Mystic to Speed.
Oh, what
a fake from Speed. Flips it up, and it's a goal for the Bricks with 2 seconds remaining.
Poise and moxie out of Speed. They try to go for the aggressive challenge. Freaky wants to just take it off his hood and go right towards the orange net. And Speed reads him like a book, lets him sail right by, and gives away a beautiful goal. Well played, Speed.
Veloce want this. They need a miracle on the kickoff. They might get that.
Oh, there it is.
Niels off the backboard, racing for it.
Oh, you're joking.
Unbelievable. You disgusting, monstrous piece of filth.
They won't
0 seconds.
Go away. Cooksier can't play it off the backboard, has to read the bounce, and Flame threads the needle, delivers OT, and Veloce.
They do not go quietly in game 2. Overtime, unbelievable, off the kickoff, Niels. Hit back out, Cooks tries to play it away. Flame now blocked away by Cooksier. Off the side, Mystic just wide of the post, and he plays it away on the potential clear, but Freaky takes control back past midfield. Speed here against Niels Cook. Challenged, and Mystic heading towards. He's got Freaky, who booms it back downfield here for Veloce.
It's that long clear game we were talking about at the start of the day. Having powerful clears off the wall like that, so valuable, and Speed actually finds a hole, but first one there is going to be Niels Cook. So maybe a little bit of back and forth to start off OT. Nice demo on the midfield, but unfortunately pulls him up a little too far. So Cookser has a nice clear up to Mystic. They're going to need help to get this one through, though. And still a lot of demos on that midfield line for Veloce, but does it open enough holes for them to actually break down the defense?
Well, Flame back to the other side, looking for that hole. Mystic on the challenge, tries to close it out. Niels Cook just keeping the rotation on offense going on that touch. Back to the opposite side. He gets back to it on the challenge. Cooks has it in midfield. And Flame, backed up by Freaky, able to boom it back downfield. A good touch off the back wall. The Bricks handling their own back wall defense well here in overtime so far. Flame getting by 2, but no follow-up immediately forthcoming. And Speed, high against the back wall, will be met by Freaky as Veloce boom away another.
And that was risky for Flame as well. Taking that ball on the catch when it's coming down from the ceiling. You got to hit that ball just right, not to hit it too far or get it away from you, or miss the ball even. So great command on that clear opportunity from Veloce to pull that ball out of an awkward spot. But here he's just put one on a plate for Speed. Into the middle, there's the demo, and it'll be the Bricks. They get what you feel they deserve.
Pull the enforcer, make him pay, and they do. The Bricks. Speed scores to tie the series up. And that final minute of regulation,
oh man,
and really that entire 2 minutes of
that's
overtime.
a roller coaster.
Absolutely. It's been a fun 2 games so far, as this will go to at least a 5-game set.
And well done from the Bricks to battle back after a poor offensive game number 1 in terms of generating opportunities. Well, here they do the exact opposite, 14 shots. And the Bricks today, in general, I feel, have got themselves into plenty of games that they really just shoot a ton of balls at the net. And it's good to see them find their way into the back this time around.
And Mystic is really playing well in this series with Veloce. And you've heard Gibbs talk about it as well. He believes that this team lives and dies by
I believe that too.
Mystic is playing. I think most of us do believe that. But it's case in point is if Mystic is making those challenges, he's setting up his team or even scoring goals, this team plays well. And the Bricks, it was tough. Veloce really came back real fast.
I actually don't know how they did it, to be completely honest.
They won the kickoff.
They won that kickoff, but still, it's like you get that ball off the backboard. How many times has Cookser still been able to make that play?
Just get that touch, yeah.
So well done to Flame to thread the needle and get yourself a chance in overtime, but well done as well. Speed, it continues to shoot balls towards the back of the net like he did in their previous series against Mouse Sports, so it's good to see him still involved, putting balls into the back, because that's what he's really been able to bring to this team the entire series. So when Speed's scoring goals, things are going well for the Bricks. So moving into game number 3, watch, rinse, repeat if you're the Bricks. Obviously, of course, try and limit the equalizers from Veloce.
No 0-second heroics for the Bricks.
Yes.
Look, Cookser knows all about those, but
yeah,
he would rather be the one doing it rather than it happening to him. Game number 3 underway.
Just tighten up a little bit in those later minutes of play on defense, and I feel the Bricks going to stand a pretty good chance here in Game 3.
It's been a slow ramp for Veloce, too. Earlier today, and really up until this series, they hadn't looked like the Veloce that they were in rival series, the team that went undefeated. And they've been slowly finding their way, and I guess there's no better time to really kick it into gear until, elimination match. Quick pass from Freaky. Cut off by Speed.
Flame trying to fake Speed out and make Speed think that Flame was going to get that quick touch. Tried to cut out to the right, see if Speed would sail right on by and then take the shot, but Speed just, he didn't bite at all, just went for it.
Matching in midfield against Flame. Now Mystic takes this. Niels gets it over to Flame. A good pass back to Flame, but Mystic cuts off the clear. Niels gets back to this, able to kick it right back down to the corner. Both teams vying for a consistent possession here. Looking for any inch of boost. See the boost battle in midfield going hot. Quick shot blocked by Niels Cook.
Continuing those demos in the midfield line, trying to open some holes, but it's finding those pass plays. They actually get one, but Niels Cook not able to find. That would be quite a redirect, to say the least. And a pass across. Freaky has to stop, and he can't get there. So close. He was on his way out to get the corner boost. Saw the pass coming through, and they get transition back the other way. Oh, so close. Post deny into the net.
Niels, as soon as that touch happens, as soon as the pass happens, before it even gets to Cooks, he turns around as quickly as he can to get back. Cooks just puts it on. So much power, and the Bricks strike first. And that has to feel bad if you're Freaky.
I mean, it was a tough one. He didn't really have any boost. He was already mentally committed to going out to that corner and grabbing that corner boost. And he hit the brakes as soon as he saw it coming. It was just he was a little too far forward. And that was really all he could do. It was just a matter of did it go in or not. Unfortunately, just off.
On the corner, Freaky has more space than it's a 100-acre farm there in the corner. He's not able to make anything happen there, but, I mean, it's plenty of time for the rest of Veloce to get set. Speed going to play this slow. Get it at least around Flame as Freaky comes in on the rotation off the ceiling.
Oh, nice touch from Cooks there to get that one over Niels Cook. That relieves a lot of pressure from the Bricks on defense.
Freaky, a high ball, tapped down by Speed. Mystic has a shot. Mystic has a goal off to the side, right next to the post. The Bricks have a 2-goal lead.
And Niels trying to get out to this challenge fast. It's a nice touch from Speed, but I don't think he just realizes how much Mystic has him beat to that ball, because you look at it from Niels' perspective, he really doesn't see Mystic come at it until he's already jumped.
The Bricks, a much-needed insurance against Veloce. But there's half a game of Rocket League left here in game number 3. Plenty of time for Veloce to get back into the swing. Freaky missing the touch on the side. Flame back to Niels. Niels shot just high of the net. Pulls up 2 for the Bricks. And Freaky having to give way for Niels. Back to Freaky. Freaky looking for Niels. Niels
double
cut
commit,
off.
But Flame has to give a lot of ground. He needs a strong clear here and doesn't get all of it. Tries to get that big wheel and punch up to the far corner and went a little too far and delayed that push-up field for Veloce.
And Speed was over grab and boost, so he couldn't even take advantage of the space as he had to come back from that corner and try to get a pass back out to midfield to give the Bricks an opportunity. So you still have that insurance, just couldn't get the 3rd goal, and Veloce slowly running out of time. Flame forced up to make a touch out. Now he's probably going to have to make another one.
Oh, what a shot!
And Flame able to pick up the save. Another challenge in midfield goes the way of the Bricks. Niels Cook back over to the ramp. Veloce somehow come away clean.
It's a nice shot from Cooks here. Unfortunately, right at the defense. And how about another one? Doesn't get the wheel tip. And Speed stops it on the midfield line. You're seeing Veloce trying to cover as much distance as possible with these clears because they just want to get out onto the offense. Problem is, they don't have that follow-through to win the next challenge.
And Speed, he's got Mystic on the wing. Mystic has a shot. It's off the post. Both posts. No goal for the Bricks, but it wastes more time off the clock. Speed muscles his way by 1, but Flame back to Freaky. Can Veloce get their first goal on the board? Mystic plays it out to the corner. Flame tries to get up there, but undercuts it against Mystic. Kneels against the back wall, looking for Freaky, and it's cleared away again. A lot of double commits from the Bricks. It hasn't bit them yet.
Well, that's because, again, it's this long clear game from Veloce. They had a closer support guy, and they weren't having to cover so much distance so quickly. Double commits really probably wouldn't matter, or would matter a lot more, excuse me, because Veloce is just having to come at the ball from so far away that it really relies on the Bricks double committing and getting a bad touch.
It just hasn't happened against the Bricks in game number 3. Speed hits that one up high, and the journey of the Bricks to retain their spot in the RLCS continues with another victory as they take series advantage after game 3.
They'll hold 2 now, and that was pretty much exactly what you thought it was going to be. Wash, rinse, repeat for the Bricks. Keep up the pressure. Veloce got put into a time pressure situation. They just tried to do a little bit too much at one time, and the Bricks, despite not having the cleanest defense in the world, still were always able to make the solid touch, get it into a place where they would have time to recover. And that big insurance goal from Mystic right here, gentle tap down, just Niels trying to get it going back the other way. I really just don't think he even saw Mystic till it was too late.
Bricks, after that first game, even though they did lose that first game, Veloce were still only able to score 1 goal. And Veloce have had opportunities, 5 shots on net. They matched the Bricks in output. They just couldn't get onto the board. And I think you said it best. Bricks, have a haphazard defense. They somehow make it work and somehow get the clear eventually.
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of those double commits were happening at the end of the game. And
not just the double commits, just on the passes as well.
Oh, yeah. It's just the funny thing is we always like yell at the camera, don't double commit. But the funny thing is to be honest, if you double commit, as long as you get the ball to safety,
hit the gap. you're good.
If you get a solid touch, you should at least have some time to sort yourselves out. You'll still be on defense, but as long as you don't double commit and make a bad touch, you'll be okay.
Like ball chasing is good as long as you can.
As long as you win the ball.
As long as you win. It doesn't matter what you do. Game number 4 going to get underway. The Bricks looking to take this to match point. Can they do it?
And Veloce shut down in game number 3 as well. Nobody able to find the back of the net, and they still won't at the start of game number 4. Cooks are diving across off the kickoff.
Veloce have had some success off those kickoffs. Their game-tying goal in game number 2 at 0 seconds came off of a kickoff, and then at the start of game 3, they had one as well. Still, it's the Bricks. It's Speed and Mystic finding the net, and the first goal goes to the Bricks.
Now, Speed's just out there in the corner in a great spot to deal with this, but I can't tell if Freaky actually hit that ball or not because it really didn't move too much, and Mystic, I think, was beat to that ball, and I think it kind of just fell into him, so I think Freaky just didn't come up with a hit there.
Off the ramp, Speed letting that one go, and as it drops down to Flame, Veloce. Flame trying to get back to those touch, fighting Mystic for the ball. Speed shadowing closely to Mystic, but he hits Mystic on the play, so Niels Cook takes control. Mystic and Cooks here finally get it out. It's a potentially dangerous situation for the Bricks there, as they were expecting to break out quickly. That's what their positioning was telling. And then just almost spelled disaster. They get away with it this time and rolling it back out. They're going to reset. Quick pass to Niels. Niels shot just above the crossbar and played away on the rebound by Speed.
I'm curious to see if the Bricks keep the ball high in the air and make it difficult for Veloce to bring the ball down and really get command of this ball and continue to force that long, clear game. Freaky has an opportunity here, but great support from Speed to come in and make that second challenge before he could get the wheels under him.
Niels pass to Freaky. Flame double committed as well. Freaky gets back to this, sends it across the box, but because of the double commit, everyone rotating back beyond the midfield line. Niels Cook coming in, plays it out to the corner, hits it right into Cooks. Mystic grabbing this from midfield, gets under it, flip reset, but can't get under into the net. Flame has it saved regardless, and it bounced off the ramp and boom, back downfield by Veloce.
Freaky has Niels lined up. Actually, Niels shading over to the corner behind Freaky. And then he took himself away from being able to support that ball, and now they have to block a few clears. And Brick's really not under a lot of pressure here. Yeah, they're playing defense, but nothing scary's coming at him. Cookser has almost Freaky beat. And again, Veloce just really struggling to crack the nut that is the Bricks.
Speed.
All 3 people in the net right now, they're just... Veloce's on top of each other a lot.
Just trying to work their way out, but the passes by the Bricks have been solid. Speed close on, gives way for Cooks here. And Niels looking for Flame, but another pass cut off again. Bricks have the advantage. Mystic scores, and it's 2-0 for the Bricks.
This is just Speed getting up to this one quick. Niels Cook, if that has a little more power on it, might make Speed think twice because he'd have to rotate back and deal with how much power's on that ball. But since it's weak and up in the air, Mystic has a better angle than the follow-up from Veloce. Beats the player. And a nice shot from Mystic to put that one home after Speed took it away.
Well, for Bricks fans at home, there has to be some level of comfort right now for them. The Bricks on a 2-goal lead. If it holds, they take it to match point. And fans of Cooks here too. A legend in the RLCS.
The heartbeat is slowed, but you might still be holding your breath.
We'll see. Plenty of time left for Veloce and a whole nother game of Rocket League to play regardless of the result. Around the corner, Speed takes it across, and while it hasn't been a perfect day for the Bricks, while it hasn't been a perfect season, it will fight to the end and at least make it competitive. Cooks here off the demo will get the goal. No, he doesn't. Hits it right into Niels on the rotation back.
And they're by everybody.
Can they make it happen off the back wall? Up high is Flame. No good. A whiff.
It was tough. Cookser was right in his face. He was trying to get that ball down and under Cookser towards target, but a very finesse touch required to get that one around him. Just couldn't come up with it.
That's straight up off the ceiling. Niels wants this, but Mystic already has it read. Speed back to the opposite side.
Long balls, long, high touches for the Bricks. So tough for Veloce to get command of that ball, bring it down onto the ground.
Mystic's challenge Cooks was following closely, so it'll be them, Mystic and Cooks here. Almost like a dance the way they were moving down past the third, but Mystic takes control again by midfield. Back to his own touch. Flame forced to make a save. And the other side, the Bricks just wasting so much time off the clock. Veloce, long ball downfield, and Mystic will pick it up. Keeping it close and flips it over another. Mystic has just been killing Veloce on these challenges left and right. Big reason for the Bricks to be where they are right now. 30 seconds remaining, 2 goals up. Veloce still scoreless.
Looking at advantage as well. Be a huge win for the Bricks and takes a lot of pressure off of them to know that they would have 3 chances to take down Veloce one more time. The final 10 seconds, they really just can't find a quality clear and hang on to the ball. Niels Cook might actually get a breakaway, but Cooks here, he knows the situation. He's already ready for it. And an easy clear, and that'll seal things for Game 4.
Game number 4 goes the way of the Bricks, and one more game win will give the Bricks their RLCS spot back and knock out Veloce. And that's all it will take.
2 shutouts in a row. It's been 10 minutes. I guess 12 if you want to count the overtime in game number 2. So 12 minutes since Veloce has cracked the back of the net. And they really just have not been able to get past that midfield line and hang on to the ball. But this is the goal that started things off in game number 4 early on. And Speed's command just beating everybody in front of this one. Freaky can't come up with that read, and easy punch in for Mystic. Again, that's that advantage of position. The guy coming in from the middle of the field has to figure out where that's going. And it's just a much easier play. And again, still not even sure if Freaky got the hit on that. Watching it 2 more times.
It's just like about a pixel off of his car. Couldn't get a touch. Maybe prevents Mystic from getting that goal. But, I mean, Veloce, it's just been... It hasn't felt put together. It's just fallen apart at random times. When it looks like they're about to put something together, it's either a whiff or a bad touch, or you give up possession in a place where you should be carrying the ball.
The other thing about it as well is I feel like when they get that ball over onto the Bricks half, they go for a challenge to try and keep the pressure up, and that's fine. But the thing about it is they don't realize that they're just straight beat to the ball. The one that sticks in my head that I immediately remembered was Veloce pressing on offense. And Niels Cook, it was this ball that was high above the orange net. I mean, it was probably going to be unscorable. And Niels Cook went for that challenge instead of just waiting for the clear. Because even if you do win that challenge, nobody's going to be ready for the follow-up. And it just feels like it's a little... just back up a couple notches on the aggressiveness, and I think Veloce might have a little more success.
We'll see if Veloce can change the gears up, because this is it. One more game, they lose, and they're back in the rival series for another season. The Bricks hanging on for dear life onto this RLCS spot. Flame back out to the side. Speed just throws that one up towards the back wall, but working the edge. Mystic back over. Does he have speed? No, it's cut off. Niels has a shot over, and Cooks here back on the rotation to kick it back down to Veloce territory.
And he beat that first man no problem as well. Niels Cook one-on-one through one. Speed and a one-on-one now, and times the cut perfectly and lets Freaky sail into the net. So a little down a man now for Veloce, and they need to find a way to keep things under wraps.
Mystic on the challenge, looking for Freaky as well. Still, this is for Cooks here. Flame, again, off the sidewall, hard, and it's a win for Speed. Mystic tried to get in front. Niels Cook on the block. Freaky trying to keep it close, but the challenge is there for Cooks. Mystic off the corner, looking for Speed off the backboard, and nothing as Flame takes the rebound, and Niels Cook heads downfield.
Cooks here, ooh, not a good touch, but Niels Cook can't close the gap. Just didn't have enough boost and used the rest of it to get back. Didn't want to race everything for nothing. And again, double commit from Veloce, but the demo might open up enough space for them to keep this ball.
Speed off the side wall, has Mystic. Mystic's touch met by Freaky. Back over to Niels. Veloce, this one getting away from them. Niels gets back to his ball, beats one, and forces the challenge laterally, but Cooks here takes advantage off the side wall. Mystic following closely. Freaky hits this one up high. Speed a little too far to the right on the ball, and Niels Cook will take it away.
And Niels again throwing himself right at Cooks here, trying to close down. A lot of angles, a little bit of a fake. Flame just needs to turn it in, and yes, he will make sure to get that one in between the posts. Tight angle, though.
And the first challenge just goes the way of Flame completely. Niels Cook the touch there. I mean, both players rotating back for the bricks. If Niels touches that, it might be a shot to the far post, and he misses just by a pixel, and Flame takes advantage on the double commit from the bricks.
I mean, they had to double commit it for the bricks. That's a scary one. You can't allow Niels to take that shot. And they just both dive at it. I think it's probably a good thing that Speed wasn't the one to get that touch. I think he might have owned Golden if he had.
So the bricks down, and Veloce was the first time in almost 14 minutes that they have scored a goal. And Flame back out. Niels Cook blocks the attempted clear.
That's the thing. You break the drought. Can you hold the lead, though?
No, Mystic takes point. The bricks look to eliminate that lead quickly. Flame on the point now for Veloce. Speed trying to throw it out to the side. Niels Cook over to the corner. And now the bricks just playing defense right now, trying to find a gap on Veloce. Mystic takes it from his own third. Freaky keeping this close, but he can't get back to it. Speed low off the back wall, and now rotating back into himself. Can't do it. Flame picks it up. Still Mystic cuts it off in midfield. Can he fight Niels for this? Niels rolls it off the corner. Flame picks it up, forcing Cooks to have to get up to make a touch. He can't do it, but no one from Veloce close by.
Oh, that's right to Niels.
It's right to Niels Cook, but a just potato of a shot. Too slow. Oh, and that one's in for Niels off the touch from Freaky. 2-goal lead for Veloce.
I really think the one that sets that up is that pinch from Flame off the side. He's not involved at all in the goal scoring, but just that quick transition to right side of the pitch, all the way to the left side, and it went right to Niels, and just too much to follow for the bricks. Can't make the following touches. They finally break down.
When your back's against the wall like this, a chance at the RLCS, they gotta be able to convert. They have twice here in game number 5. Off the ceiling, a third would likely do it here in game 5 for Veloce, but
third will make you breathe easy.
2-goal lead, dangerous lead to hold. Niels, opposite side over to Freaky. When Cooks has to rely on Speed for this, Speed gives it right over to Niels, trying to clear it back over. Mystic playing back on the defense, and another whiff here for the bricks. Freaky challenged, and it's knocked away. This does put Cooks in a position on the corner. He wins another challenge. Mystic just trying to get in Freaky's way on the play, hoping if he bumps him out of the way, he can turn back onto the ball, or at least open it for Speed. Instead, downfield, do they have the transition? It's right into Freaky as he clears it away again. Niels, does he have the shot? No. Denied by Speed. 35 seconds remaining for the bricks to just get on the board for a chance at a tie. Up in the middle is Mystic. Nothing. Niels Cook back over to the corner. Cooks here there to block it away. Niels Cook in the center. Nothing again. Cooks here takes point off the corner. Looking for across the box. Blocked against Flame. 20 seconds remaining for the bricks. Niels Cook can't get it away. Flame in the corner. He can't get back to this, so Speed off the back wall. Racing in his Mystic. Back over to Speed. No one can find anything across the box. Oh, Cooks here got bumped into the play. Mystic slows it down.
Oh, nice
pass. Can they score with time left? Speed cuts the lead in half with 5 seconds remaining.
Way to not be greedy, Mystic. Way to keep your head on it and see everybody in front just be like, you know what? They just double committed. Let's just pass it to the top of the box. Let Speed fire one at the net. And he finds a gap.
5 seconds remaining. Veloce did this exact same thing to the bricks with 2 seconds left. Can they do it to them? Speed, he's got to get back under this. It's boomed away by Niels Cook. It's got to be Cooks here who keeps it up. It's killed by Freaky. Veloce pull within 1 in the series. It's 3-2.
All right, one step back in the right direction. Limited a lot more of those opportunities from the bricks. Cut down a lot of those shots that we were seeing early on in the series, and actually generated plenty of their own this go-around. So well done from Veloce, but I still feel like it was just that long clear game, but Veloce started getting their hands on some of those challenges instead of just outright losing them. And that's goal number 2. It was that hard pinch from Flame in the corner that you missed right at the start of this replay that just sets everything off. And it's just a brutal thing to try and follow because it went straight to Niels. And Mystic was close. That's really not too bad of a touch. Out to relative safety, but a little too into the middle and back onto the defense.
Yeah, even if he has like a quarter second longer to get back to that.
If
he at least makes the touch and has the challenge.
Yeah, it's like, and that's because it literally went straight to Niels Cook.
Yeah.
If it wasn't straight on Niels Cook's nose, I feel like Mystic might have had that extra, half quarter second to get that proper touch to safety. So they couldn't quite hang. Veloce came out on top in game number 5, and now they've got another 5 minutes ahead.
And this is scary territory for the Bricks. You built yourself a 3-1 lead, and it can be dangerous now.
Don't let 3-1 lead.
If Veloce get an early lead here, they're going to start thinking it in the back of their heads like, oh, we're about to go to game 7.
It happened yesterday. Splice threw a 3-1 lead.
Well, here we go, Chiefs. The Bricks trying to stave off the comeback. That is Veloce. Veloce looking to take them out of the RLCS. Mystic.
And it's been quite a journey for everybody on these fields. Niels Cook, old RLCS player, been around. Flame in a one-on-one, pops one high, follow through by Freaky. He's going to need help to get the job done, but Niels is willing to wait his turn. And an early opportunity for Veloce, just not able to convert it. But as I was saying, one journey after another for everybody here. Niels Cook season 4 been in the RLCS. Been a while since we've seen him make a push for this stage. Cook's here obviously around since the dawn of time. Flame's been pushing for RLCS, and it'll be Freaky who catches the pass from Flame to start it off.
And Freaky's journey, trying to get back into the RLCS, trying to have his redemption run. So many stories this weekend just in the European region alone. He picks up the first goal here for Veloce as they continue to try to force game number 7. And they start off again. I said it, if Veloce scored this first goal, now if you're on the Bricks, it starts creeping up in the back of your mind. Maybe you hesitate for a quarter second, but as we saw off the touch from Mystic, a quarter second is all Niels Cook needs.
And we talk a lot about, how much it would mean if Cookser got relegated. But you also got to think about what that means to a guy like Speed. Get pulled off a red reserve, join a team with a legend like Cookser. You qualified for Rival Series with red reserve. You swap, or RLCS with red reserve. You swap to the Bricks, and you find yourself in the relegation.
You want a major.
The last thing you want to do is go back down to the Rival Series.
Just trying. Veloce are really making it tough on them. And really, Veloce today, they have been so up and down, and they got stomped by complexity. And what a way to respond after you go down 3-1 in the series against the Bricks, and you fight back to put yourself in this position.
Great demo, though, from Cookser to relieve a lot of pressure there. Veloce were really starting to build something. One-on-one in the midfield, and Cookser over the top, but how do the Bricks find their way back into this one? Gentle tap from Flame off the mark, and Niels can't get the follow-through.
Good touch from Mystic, finding that gap over on the opposite side. Cooks off to the side wall, wanted Speed, a little too close to the opposition. Demo gives Mystic some space, he knocks it up high. And Niels Cook there again. Niels has been in front of a lot of these challenges. Freaky, a breakaway opportunity for Veloce.
Flame.
But Cooks here makes the touch. Flame too high. Does he have the double touch? It's back over to Niels Cook. He catches this one out. He's by 2. He's got Freaky on the wing. Off to the corner. Looking for Freaky. Blocked.
That was great control by Niels in the corner to keep possession of that ball and give him a second opportunity. But well done on the Bricks to rally on defense, make the tough save. Another shot for Freaky towards the middle, and Cooks here will tap it to safety.
Able to get it back over to Speed. Speed past Flame, but he can't get by Niels. Still Mystic. He has the play here on the ball, and he's eliminated. Freaky. Just a pot shot down towards the backboard. Cooks here plays it out to the corner. Flame shot right into Speed. And now the Bricks looking for the transition. Cooks here wanted Mystic. Too much juice. Too close to Niels. Now Niels plays it slow. Tries to pop it over one, and he does. Mystic there for the save. And hit over to the side. Mystic.
There we go.
Less than 2 minutes. Out to the corner. Shot just wide of the backboard. Or just wide to the back wall. And Flame off the ceiling. Moves it the other way for Veloce.
And the Bricks were under a ton of pressure, and they almost just straight counterattacked Veloce hard off the back wall, and well commanded by Freaky, and almost able to get it around Mystic, but a patient challenge keeps things locked in the corner.
And Cooks here on that challenge, cross Veloce territory. Waiting is Mystic. Over to Speed, and it's blocked by Niels Cook. On the rotation, Cooks here in the corner. Maybe a little too far away from him as Flame able to take it away. back to the opposite corner. Flame.
Oh, it's
back
open,
to
it's
this.
open.
Open net for Veloce. An insurance goal late in Game 6.
And a well-done job here by Veloce, not panicking, realizing the net's wide open. It would have been easy for Flame to get too far ahead of himself, pass that ball to his teammates that were coming up, of course, but they're like, don't panic, you've got all the time in the world, just get behind this one, put it in, or leave. Just make sure to keep it all together and turn in the crucial insurance goal.
Around the corner, Flame blocked off by Speed, the bricks. A Game 7 where the momentum would all be in Veloce's favor. If you're a Bricks fan, you want them to end it right here.
And the shot differential says it all for Game 6. 11-2.
A wide margin. The Bricks. Back is Speed. Off the backboard, has to get back to this. Over one, but
that
Niels
bump.
Cook.
Niels had a free goal pretty much, and he got a piece taken out of him, and it didn't let him shoot that ball cleanly to really put this one away.
Flame up for this. It's blocked by Cooks here. The Bricks have to move down the field, and they have to do it quickly. Here is Mystic looking on the opposite side, broken up by Freaky. Niels Cook already down, straight off the ceiling. Niels Cook, an incredible pass to Freaky, and it's 3-0 for Veloce.
And what a way to battle back. You get shut out for, 14 minutes, something like that, and then you hold the Bricks to 1 goal in Games 5 and 6. Force game number 7, and all the pressure gets returned onto Cookser, Mystic, and Speed.
The Bricks. It looked all but assured.
Oh, another one.
Game number 4. But now, Veloce hold all the cards. They hold all the momentum. They are flying forward, and they're looking to take a legend down to the rival series as they force a game number 7 with 17 seconds left.
And we were talking about that, Jorby. We were walking out here and said the Bricks have not had good luck with us casting them.
They haven't. They have not. Every time that you and I have casted the Bricks, they have lost. That's not our fault.
That's not our fault, we promise. And so Game 6 winds down.
The waning seconds, Veloce, they have stormed back into this series and have forced game number 7, looking to punch their ticket to the RLCS.
And that's what it all comes down to. We talked a lot about it. The one player we didn't mention, their journey, that goes all the way to Flame. That's the guy who, all of us have really been expecting to be making an RLCS debut probably for the past 2 seasons. We're like, well, his team didn't miss, his team missed out on the promotion tournament, but clearly someone's going to pick him up. But that 4th goal, that really put this one out of reach. Just an easy tap in. Speed was expecting Nova to be on top of it off the kickoff and was thinking it was going to be a free clear, but a freebie for Veloce to wind out Game 4. And Flame, this is the moment he's been waiting for a couple of seasons now, almost a year and a half even, to finally get his shot. This is the next 5 minutes, the most crucial 5 minutes. I think all the pressure on both teams. Yeah, all the pressure. I think a lot of it is being felt by Flame and Speed. Those are the 2 guys that I think the weight of the world is on their shoulders.
Game 7, the last game of the day here in the promotion tournament, and it could see someone who you would have never pictured, and we've said it time and again, it's like, is it really going to happen? Well, the next 5 minutes may tell that story, and all 6 of these players, well, there's a lot of sweat going on right now, Chiefs. And
what do you think?
It's the biggest moment.
Do we have another year where all 4 teams promote, do you think? What do you think happens, Jorby?
The momentum is in Veloce's favor right now, and the way they handled the end of the game against the Bricks in Game 6, high balls across the pitch in Bricks territory, making them use a ton of boost.
Ooh.
But hang on a second. Cooks here scores the first. He will not bow down to this Veloce squad. 5 seconds is all it takes.
Don't speak too soon. Off the bat, into the net. Speed gets one off the sidewall to Cooks here, and he has an open net to shoot on to start off Game 7. That's what you like to see if you are a Bricks fan.
That's who you need if you're a Bricks fan. You need Cooks here to be that legend right now. And that one saved by Cooks here as it was headed into the net. Mystic back over to Speed. Cooks up for this. Looking for Speed again. Speed has that off the back wall, and it's going to be picked up by Freaky. Flame shadowing closely. Niels Cook downfield. Niels broken up by Mystic, and now the Bricks look to head back towards the net. And Flame will kick that out to the side. Following it was Speed. Mystic already waiting in the corner. How does he play this? He's been good at controlling the ball all series long. This time can't handle it. And Flame cut off by Speed. Mystic close over for the bricks. Quick off the ceiling. Looking to get under this. Mystic shot right into Freaky. Trying to force the magic off the ceiling. Veloce handling this for now. Freaky got back to his own touch, but still the challenge was Mystic. And Niels Cook, a big clear for Veloce.
Cooksier has to buy his team still more time. Flame rips one into the net, and Speed just able to dive from that midfield in time on net. Freaky blasts one top left. Wants the demo on Cooksier to take it away. Open net for Niels Cook. He's too slow, though.
Wow.
Cooksier cuts down the angle, makes a better read, and gets there first.
Got around to that. Cooksier keeping this lead intact early for the bricks. Freaky, really that touch off the back wall won't do much, but able to find the ball again was Flame. Speed playing this slowly, utilizing the space that he has. Still not close enough to Mystic. Niels Cook downfield, saved again by Cooksier. It's been all Cooksier in the first 2 minutes of Game 7. That one bounced off the post, tried to force from Flame. Niels takes it away from Freaky. No goal for Veloce.
Niels was thinking he could get it in, and to be fair, he was first to the ball, but a much easier touch for Freaky, and unfortunately, they bungle a gimme.
Off the corner, the bricks. Almost half of Game 7 played. Mystic off the back wall. And teed back by Niels Cook. Unfortunate for Veloce, but maybe a boon for the bricks. Mystic tees that up. There's Cooksier's shot. It's blocked by Flame. Up around, Speed lost the challenge in midfield to Freaky. And the bricks starting from their own corner. Taking it, Flame. And waiting, Cooks.
Look at them take all that time. They saw everybody back off from Veloce, and they're like, all right, hang on. We don't have to hit this too hard. They gave up possession either way, but now they're set.
Speed around the corner. Niels cuts that one off. Flame there quickly. Niels back to this touch. Veloce looking to set it up. Niels wins against Mystic. Up and high is Freaky, but Mystic is there to get it out to the corner. Cooks is waiting, cut off by Flame. Here's Niels against the back wall. Flame, it's too far away from him. Speed back to Mystic, and the bricks want to head back over, but Freaky keeps them locked into the orange half. In the corner, rolling up. It's Cooks here to make the save, and he makes the touch against Niels Cook. Speed around the corner. It's right into Veloce.
Oh, here we
Flame
go.
has the shot. Mystic has the block, and Speed now has a little bit of time, but not a ton. Freaky on the challenge, able to keep it at least in midfield. Mystic looking to move downfield for the bricks.
Beautiful double tap there from Mystic to force all of Veloce to wait on their own half and give the bricks an extra moment to get ready. But Cooksier has been a beast on the back line. If there's been a guy you would like to defend your net in Game 7 to decide if you get to stay in the RLCS, he'd be my pick. Mystic rifles one towards the center of the net. Easy save for Flame. And Veloce still trying to press.
A minute 20, and if this lead holds, the bricks will retain their spot in the RLCS. Here is Cooksier. His shot right into Flame and Freaky. Speed back to Mystic. Mystic shot is good. The bricks score, and it's 2-0 late for the bricks.
And that could be just enough, but again, the double commit. Flame trying to go into the corner. Freaky to try and take it out to the opposite one. They run into each other. Nobody gets a good touch. Mystic turns it into the bank, and that is a huge one.
Veloce. It was a stunning comeback. Down 3-1 in the series. It almost felt like they couldn't be stopped heading into game number 7. The bricks have stumped them here. Can they retain this lead for another minute? Around the corner. Quick pass to Niels. Blocked by Cooksier again. Cooksier, 3 saves, 1 goal. He has stepped up in game number 7 for the bricks. Mystic around the corner, and Cooksier is going to take control for this off the back wall. Niels Cook is not the best touch. Need a follow-up from Freaky, and he gets it. Still hunting. Mystic, another goal for the bricks. Will be the nail against Veloce.
Oh, what a play!
Mystic. Oh, he can't force it. Cooksier tried to get in the way. Veloce keep themselves alive. If they can score with any time left, they have a chance. Mystic slaps that one away. Every goal that is knocked away, every clear that the bricks make is more time off the clock. 10 seconds left. The bricks went up 3-1 in the series. They fought and lost the next 2, but game number 7, the bricks hang on. Cooksier 97 retains his spot in the RLCS. Welcome back, and they're still there. The bricks, unbelievable game 7 performance after what happened in games 5 and 6. We'll see you in the RLCS next season, Cooks.
Take a breath, Bricks fans. They've done it. They made it as scrappy as they possibly could, but the legend will live on. And unfortunately, the journey ends for Flame, Niels Cook, and Freaky. The 7-0 rival series hopefuls unable to make it through on the second opportunity. They'll have to try again next season.
The Bricks, it really felt like, and the goal that started this whole thing.
Talk about a tone setter.
Was Cooks here off the kickoff. And then several times after that, in the first 2 minutes of the game, Veloce put a couple of solid opportunities towards the net, and who blocked them? Cooks here.
Absolutely. That was the guy keeping things away, getting it to excellent positions on defense. Asked to buy a lot of time, succeeded in every instance. All the pressure in the world on Speed and Flame, but Cooks is the one who stepped up and had an awesome game number 7, led them to victory. And of course, Speed gets a tip of the cap with his 2 assists in game 7 as well. So very well done to you, Bricks. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Massive props to Miztic as well in that series. The Bricks and Complexity will be your 2 RLCS teams next season. That's all the games we have for today. We'll throw it back to the desk to end it.
Absolutely nuts. What a way to end off the European Promotional Tournament and RLCS standard league play as a whole. And here's your final teams, your top 8 going into Season 8.
We're going to see Complexity returning from Season 6, and then the Bricks, man, they hold on just barely. Throughout the whole season, it was a tough road for them, but at the end of the day, they will be here once again for Season 8.
It's crazy to think about how it all started for the Bricks this season as well. You go back to Speed being in Florida, they lose in Game 5. If they win that match, maybe an entirely different story. So hopefully it doesn't come up to circumstances next time, but either way, it's glad to have him back.
Yeah, with Bricks being back, I think everyone can be happy, and Complexity having a brilliant run here in the promotion tournament to get back into the RLCS as well. So Europe looking very strong.
Now, Corelli, just seen these teams, Veloce specifically. Did you expect this? I think a lot of people thought coming into this weekend we'd have all 4 rival teams make it in, but Veloce the only one not.
Yeah, it's the undefeated team coming out of the European rival series. You feel like they're a sure shot going into the RLCS, but that's not the case. Not the case today. And it goes to show that you can have a great season, but if you don't show up on the day when it matters the most, I know it was a close last series, but regardless, can't finish it out, you don't get the spot.
And personally for me, Flame, he's one of those players that I love to watch, but like the writing's on the wall for him. He's been in 3 of these promotion tournaments and has lost every single time. So he needs to find a way to win. And that's 3 seasons in a row now for Veloce that they probably were favorites coming into their seasons to get promoted, and 3 times in a row they do not make it.
So the question is something going to have to change for Flame? Is he going to have to look for some new friends to play Rocket League with?
I mean, he has. I mean, there's been...
Again.
And maybe that's the case, but it's tough to every single time be that close. I mean, they were 1 game away.
I mean, it's a discussion that we had as well off camera. Like, it's kind of surprising to not see Flame get picked up as another player from one of the RLCS teams that have kind of had these struggles. I mean, I even look at Bricks. Maybe Bricks makes a roster change because obviously they don't want to have that same repeat performance going through next season. It's stuff that they have to consider, but obviously when it matters most, they're able to clutch it out. Something that we tend to expect from Cookster nowadays.
Of course, that Game 7, he scores that kickoff goal, then 2 big saves in that last game. That's what you expect. The only thing we would have expected more, maybe go to overtime and Cookster wins it.
Yeah.
And taking a look at the bracket presented by Axe, this is what action went down today. Of course, at the beginning, we saw both RLCS teams end up in the lower bracket, having 1 life left. Mouse was out first, but then the Bricks pull it through. They clutch it out, as Cooksair usually does.
It's so funny, too, because last week this exact thing happened. The Bricks lose early versus Complexity for the DreamHack qualifiers. They beat Veloce later on. So same exact story here. The Bricks prove that they are still worthy of a Season 8 team, and hats off to them, man.
Yeah, this was absolutely nuts. I mean, like, leave it to the Bricks to put us through what just happened there. It looked like they almost had it closed out. Now, what are we expecting, though, from Veloce, in your mind, Corelli, coming into the next rival series?
I mean, I hope they stay together, at least some of them do, because they did have a good run in rival series. There's no doubt about that. Regardless of what happened today, a 7-0 season is important for Veloce to kind of reflect back on and say, hey, look, we're good enough to get through the rival series. They're going to have to do it one more time, regardless if there has to be a roster change or not. I hope that this team sticks around.
They will definitely be favorites. Like if all 3 players come back, or even if 2 of them come back, they will be favorites to come back here once again.
I mean, the fact that they're making it competitive against RLCS teams, like, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we always have to do this. We always have a player of the week. And today for Europe, it's going to be Flakes. This man has been popping off. Corelli, I see you shaking your head like, obviously.
Well, I mean, if you didn't think it was Flakes, then I don't know what you watched today. Because Flakes had quite a day today, and so did Complexity. I mean, even in their wins, it was a team effort, but Flakes looked so good, hitting shots that we didn't even think he could, and coming out and putting on a show. Remember, he was the only player in his final game that's never been in the RLCS, and he looked like the veteran.
Yeah, talking about it in their earlier series, it was what he did for that team. The ability to, at any given moment, bring it downfield in a solo effort. And whether he wants to lead that up for a pass, his own shot, a solo play, it doesn't matter. But having that versatility on offense really opened it up, and it's why we give him the nod today.
And it's so crazy because we had 12 players play today. The only one was never in the RLCS, and that was Flakes. And now Flakes will be going to the RLCS for Season 8. He's got to be so happy today. He doesn't care about
his
this
tweet showed it so well.
Yeah, he doesn't care about player of the week. He's just happy that he will be able to perform versus the best teams in the world. Can't wait to see it.
Now, just give me a final thought on Complexity there before we move on. It's like moving into the RLCS now. Are they looking like a team that can kind of disrupt that top four, or what are you putting?
If they can replicate the play that they had today, absolutely. They look like a very strong team because every single one of them was doing their job. Greasy looked like Greasy today. And Flakes, obviously, played so well. We just talked about it. But then Magnus, kind of the unsung hero, he played so well today, but it was kind of overlooked because of how good Flakes and Greasy were on the scoring end of things. But he was setting up his teammates. He was being that middleman, transferring the ball downfield for his team. So if Complexity can replicate what they did today throughout a league play in RLCS, they could be a contender.
Well, I'm still on the hype from the Bricks getting their spot back into the RLCS. So on the line, we have one of the players. Speed, how are you, man?
I'm good. You said you're on the hype? Jesus.
What? I missed that.
Jesus.
That was nuts, dude. Going to Game 7, how sweaty are your hands right now?
Yeah, I can't pick up a bottle of water, so yeah, it's slipping through. It's unfortunate.
That was absolutely nuts. Now, looking at this promotional tournament, were there any points in your mind where like, wow, I don't know if we can pull this off because these rival teams are getting so good?
Getting absolutely slapped by Complexity. That definitely was a wake-up call. Jesus. Yeah, no, at that exact moment, I was like, yeah, no, we definitely are going to struggle here, especially against Veloce, because they've always been very difficult to beat.
So then what did you guys do to make sure that, that wasn't going to happen again coming down into the lower bracket? Was there did you guys step aside and say, guys, we got to work on this, this, and this?
Yeah, exactly. We had a complete mindset shift. It was like we were so defensive in the first series. It was unreal. Like we just gave Complexity so much time. But then, like in between the series, we basically said that we're just going to rush. We're going to hit the ball a lot. And we're not going to stop hitting the ball. And that worked.
Now, you guys had 3 weeks to work on stuff coming up into this promotional tournament. I'm kind of curious on what you guys did work on to make sure that, obviously league play didn't go as well as maybe you would have hoped because you ended up in this spot. What did you guys work on in those 3 weeks? And do you think you guys are ready for the next league play in Season 8?
The difference between weeks 1 through 4 and then 5 onwards is literally night and day. Like it was that we were so passive in the first 4 weeks. Like we eked the win out against Maus, basically banking on their mistakes, and everything else we lost because teams don't make that many mistakes. We just weren't forcing the issue, and that's what we've had to do in the last 3 weeks to fix that.
All right, man, I'm going to try to let you go get hydrated and drink that bottle of water. So any shout-outs to any fans and teammates?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Mum. Hey, Granddad. That'll do. Thank you. Everybody else is bad.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for chatting, Speed, and have fun with that win there.
All right. Thank you, man. See you in a bit.
That's I always love the banter from that man. You can tell that he was breathing after that point. Like he's definitely still got to go shake it off after that because that was close.
Yeah, it's interesting how he talked about their season, how the first couple of weeks they're talking about playing a more passive, waiting for opportunities or mistakes from the other team. And they realize that doesn't happen, so they transition that. And even here today it was the same situation. They went back to the roots, tried to win with something that they're comfortable with, and then realizing, you know what, we have to make those mistakes. We need to be the one creating the opportunities. And it works out. So I'm glad they're able to make those adjustments not only mid-season, but also midday.
And the best part is when Cooksier is third in goal participation on this team, that's usually when this team thrives. We saw Speed get 6 assists and 3 goals. Mystic, 5 goals, 3 assists. So they both really stepped up when it mattered most. And Cooksier didn't have to carry as hard, and that's what they need on this team.
And also Speed stepped up today, too. I mean,
Absolutely.
He looked the best he's looked throughout the entire RLCS season. So when he's on, obviously they have a lot of success. That's what they brought him on to do, and he showed it out here today.
Now, I'm going to ask the same question I asked about complexity, too. Looking forward into league play, seeing the teams that we saw there, do we feel like they're going to have a bit of a different season here, or has it just gotten tougher for them? Have they fixed the mistakes that they were having before?
I don't know. It'll be interesting because against certain teams,
I think this is a no from you.
No, I'm not exactly sure on it because there is a higher level of competition that we set a standard to in the RLCS. So when they play some of these other teams, you may see some things that are exploited that weren't necessarily exploited today. They had a lot of freedom today.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see on when they do play some of the teams like Vitality that are super aggressive, if that they can still handle the pace, play their play style. How is that going to develop? That's what I'm curious about because it's only going to make them better.
So let's not forget that last week, every European team played in those DreamHack qualifiers, and the Bricks came in 4th. So they could be 4th best at this point, but Europe is crazy, and every season, we'll wait 3 months, and it'll be new players at the top, right? It could be the Bricks. They've shown it back in January that they can be at the top. They just need to figure out what worked then and keep playing that way. It seems like a small step today, but they got plenty of time to work on it at this point.
I think from the interview that we just heard from Speed, if you're a Bricks fan, then you're happy to hear that, you know, they recognize their shortcomings in RLCS league play and they're working on it, right? And they said that, to your point, going through the DreamHack qualifiers and doing well in them, staying alive here now, I think that they have a lot of time now to think about what changes they need to make going into the next season.
Now, I have one final business with you guys. Actually, it's more with Gibbs. Coming up to Worlds, we have a bit of a different format. Gibbs, break it down for me here.
Yeah, there's no more bracket. It is now just groups into just one single bracket with 8 teams on day 3, 1 loss, and you're out. But these groups, round robin, so you get 2 games, and top 2 will advance into that 8-team bracket. And here's the finalized groups, so start making your bracket predictions now. And no group is easy, that's for sure.
I honestly, I'm trying to pick it out. I said it yesterday, but like I wouldn't want to be in any. Well, I do because then I'd be at Worlds, but I don't want to be in any of these groups because they're nuts.
Yeah, you're probably not good enough.
Well, I know that. What are you thinking of me?
I mean, at least I said probably. Like I would have been like, yeah, there's no way.
So, anyways, we've wrapped up our promotional tourney. We've wrapped up league play. I just want to get some final thoughts for you guys before LAN.
Best season we've ever had. Period.
Of course, it's because you're sitting beside me, right?
Well. Ouch, no one even gives a response.
It's silence.
World Championship in 4 weeks, but we got DreamHack Dallas next week, so make sure you come watch that. I think we have 9 of the 12 World Championship teams there, so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, same thing I said yesterday. Happy as a rival series guy to see 3 out of 4 of my teams promote my teams, yes.
I nurtured them.
Yes, I watched them grow, and I'm super excited to be here for this promotion tournament. It's been a lot of fun. And
a blast having you.
It's been really cool.
Well, thank you guys for carrying me on the desk. Now, usually when I walk over here, we have another bracket to show, but we don't because we are at the end, of course, of Season 7. The last thing I have to do is harp you one more time. Get your tickets. Oh, my goodness. If you're not there, I'm going to be sad and I'm going to cry. Do you really want to make me cry? Actually, don't answer that. I know they do. But get your tickets online, tickets.rlesports.gg, and we'll see you at LAN. And I just got to say on behalf of myself, the talent, production, and Sonics, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in Jersey.
Off that ball, but it doesn't matter. The pickup from Mystic just too slow, and now here comes Complexity again.
Oh, and Freezy has the shot. Complexity take it to match point. Ball.
Oh, what a save
by Freaky. The ball was almost completely in the net.
Oh my goodness!
Veloce.
Bit of clock here is again another pass across for Mousesports. That one cut down by Veloce. It's just one. Oh, what?
Freaky
goes for another pass into the middle. Mystic with a weak shot, and that's going to be saved. But now follow-up from Speed. Close call for Mouse. Speed off the backboard.
Oh my goodness!
Double tap Speed! Mystic can't get a piece of it. A lot pops it straight up. Cookser's there first. Tigre does get a piece of the ball. Speed! In the right place at the right time.
Right off the bat, Alex pushed this one over the net, and it's cleared out.
And a miss. The Brick still struggling.
Oh no!
And Tigre gets the overtime winner. Breezy. The backboard flanks with the shot. Crossbar down.
They need a miracle on the kickoff. They might get that.
There it is.
Niels off the backboard, racing for it. Oh, you're joking! Unbelievable!
Clear opportunity for Veloce to pull that ball out of an awkward spot, but here he's just put one on a plate for speed. Into the middle, there's the demo, and it'll be the bricks. They get what you feel they deserve.
Will retain their spot in the RLCS. Here is Crooks here, his shot right into Flame and Freaky. Speed, back to Mystic. Mystic shot is good! The bricks score!